Welcome back, everybody. Dave the Gamer here. Today we want to take a look at the Evil Wheel of Death. So this Warlock build is fun to play, and it's hilarious. Once you build up so much armor, the opponent has nothing to do but watch it tick down to their ultimate death. Let's break down this deck, and I'll show you a little bit of gameplay, exactly how I play it, why it's so strong. Even in Diamond and Legend, this thing is still shining. Now, it's not the cheapest deck. There are lots of legendaries in there, so beware of that. Check below for any of the deck codes in the deck breakdown itself. Let's dive into this. So, Conflag, Consume. So you want to just be able to wipe their field out. You want to be able to heal up a little bit, burst those early game pressure. That's why you run Glacial Shard to freeze the opponent. You're trying to just buy time to late game. Heart of the Legion, give you a little bit of life steal with your Exodar. This gives you a little bit of life steal when you bust out your Starship to kind of survive even more. Slippery Slope to freeze the opponent and gain some cards. Another Starship piece. The Worm to bring out some of your Zerg cards. One of your Zerg cards is this. This is what you're going to, one, you can help control the field with it. And you get a nice 8/8 rush at the end of it. But essentially you're using Consume on this when possible. The Cursed campaign is a huge part of why this is so successful, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. Same with the Eternal Layover. So essentially, you're using these two cards to basically build up your Arkonite defense crystals, basically kill it, reborn it, so you get the extra Starship boost out of it, plus the armor, and you can use it on your Ancient Yore. This is the strong part. So essentially you're going to Curse campaign your Ancient Ore, and then eventually you want to Eternal Layover, wipe everything out. You'll get 4 or 5 different Ancient Yores on the field, giving you 10 to 20 armor per turn over and over. So I've had it up where I've had well over 100 armor in a game, and they're just watching the wheel tick down with nothing to do. The Summoner, Dark Morrow, that's how you're able to trigger your death rattles twice. Bob the Bartender, you're just trying to slow them down. You're going to freeze the field. Kil'jaeden, in case it really gets that late, and you kind of, because you're going to burn through cards. You're going to be collecting a lot of cards. The Ancient Yore, you're going to be drawing cards, so eventually you will run out of cards and you want to kill Jaden. The Exodar, like I said, that's going to launch your Starship. You want to use it to get more armor. So select the armor option. You just want to have a ridiculous amount of armor and defense and slow the field down while the Wheel of Death is ticking. Like I said, Wheel of Death is the big card in this deck. The Table Flip, it's just going to give you a nice easy board wipe, because essentially a lot of times you're going to have a ton of cards in your hand, so it's going to be cheap, 3-4 mana if anything, to be able to kind of wipe out the field. And another board wipe. So this deck is super strong. Let's dive in. Let me show you the power of it. Alrighty, looks like we are up against a Death Knight here. So a couple different variations the Death Knight could run. He could run a Starship build, go late game. I kind of probably would prefer that. An early game, burst type of deal, which is more popular in Legend up. So we don't need this card yet. Table Flip, not terrible. You know what? I'm going to go with the Table Flip on this one, because I have a feeling he is going to be an early game burst. So like I said, it's all about surviving. As much health as I can get. Just survive. That's the name of the game here. So you normally don't want to tap, because you do want to save your life up. But I'm also trying to build up for the Table Flip to kind of wipe that out. I'm sorry, my screen is not the best right now as far as what you guys can actually see. So sorry if it looks a little janky. I'm going to try to fix it here so you guys get a little bit better angle at why I'm playing some of the cards I am. So it looks a little bit better. It's a little stretched, a little weird. So hopefully that's okay for you guys. There we go. I think that looks a lot better. Sorry about that. Let's see what he's got. So looks like he's got more of a rush deck with the Dreadhound handler that he's bursting out here. Let's see. I just kind of want to get this on the field, kind of soak up some damage. If he doesn't kill it, then I'll freeze, which will actually trigger it, but I imagine he'll actually kill it. Yep. Okay, so he's going to wipe it out, which is fine. Okay. Alright, what do we got here? So we could do a nice little quick board wipe on this. I could go... do I want to do a board wipe yet, or do I want to go here? I think I want to go here first. Get that off the field, and then next turn, depending on what he plays, I could board wipe from there. Not ideal. I mean, this does 3 damage. I do want to save it for a little bit more of a board build up compared to this one just doing 1 damage. It's fine. It's fine. I also have turn 5. I can go into the Arkonite defense crystal. Just drawing the game out. Okay. Well, that card's quite annoying. You know, he's going to leech my health a little bit here. But this is where I could do an easy board wipe. Now, do I do a board wipe or do I do Arkonite crystal? I'm thinking I go crystal, hoping that he builds the board up a little further. Because at the end of the day, I don't care how much health he has as long as I can survive, get a little bit of armor. I want to build up my Starship here for that late game burst of like extra armor type of deal. So let's see. Is he going to kill it? Okay, well that's a little bit more of a problem here. So that's gonna suck up some life. Okay. Yep. He's doing some nice damage there. All right, let's board wipe those. Now, I don't have a way to get rid of this just yet. I don't want to take any more damage, so I'll just freeze him for now, which is fine. I mean, I could, 1 damage everything, so next turn I could essentially do it and then have an 8/8 with rush out. Probably not a terrible idea. Yeah, let's do that. That might not be the right call, but let's see where that plays out. I don't want this thing on the board. Of course, he has another one. What a heck of a opening hand. He has 2 of these plus all of the blooded leeches. That's strong. I mean, that's very tough to compete against on that. So I could do Starship into bursting this out. Okay, that's not bad. We could draw two of these bad boys here. Okay, so this is going to give me... Yep, so now I'm going to be able to heal up myself here. So, do I do it yet? I don't think I do, because then he can easily wipe it out. So I'm going to hold off on that right now, just so he doesn't see my play. But this will give me a nice little healing off there. I would love to go Arkonite Crystal into Cursed Campaign, which would be a nice little defense burst there. Get some armor. All right, let's see. What's he gonna play? What's he got? This deck does struggle a little bit with early game aggro. You just got to kind of have the right cards in your hand to start for the board wipes to kind of survive. So that part does make it a little difficult. Okay. All right. If that would have hit my Kil'jaeden, that could have been a problem. Still not an ideal card for him to hit, but I'll take that. I would have loved for him to hit the Arkonite defense crystal, but it never works that way. Okay, so he's just sucking my life away. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some health back. Get a nice 8/8 out on the field here. Let's wipe this bad boy out. Take this out. So I don't even really care too much about doing that early game damage per se. Like I said, I'm literally just trying to survive as long as I can. The Slippery Slope is such a nice card in combination with Bob the Bartender, because you could freeze the field, use this, and draw 5 cards. I don't have that ability right now. I'm trying to think, do I want to tap? Yeah, I want to tap. Now, the downside with a leech deck is no matter how much armor I actually build, he could leech my armor, my health out, and it completely neglect all of my armor. So it is a much more scarier deck to play against as the Wheel of Death Warlock. But we're getting up into the mid-late game here. So now I'm trying to see, I'm kind of low on cards, so I would like the Ancient Yore and then save this for the Ancient Yore instead of this direction to get more cards. I just don't know if I can hold off that long, because I then got to wait 2 turns for this. I would like the Ancient Yore into Cursed Campaign. Or do I go this direction? Let's see how he wants to play this. He has lots of cards in his hand. Okay. Couple more. Why not? Yeah, he had every single leech card in his hand. He's only missing one of them right now. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So I'm thinking I'm going to do Ancient Yore into... I'm going to need this here. So realistically, yeah, I could go in the face, but I'm not going to do enough damage. Like I said, I cannot let him bring my health down anymore. It's not ideal. I'd love to do 12 to the face, but I don't think I could overwhelm and do enough damage regardless over the next couple turns. I'm playing for... Yeah, look at that. He just keeps healing up. So I'm going for that Wheel of Death. Yeah, no way. No shot I could do enough damage. He's going to wipe out my cards out there. So this will kill that. That's fine. He has the Ancient Yore as well. Okay. Perfect. We'll get 2 more of those out. Boost this bad boy up. Like I said, it's not ideal that I'm going to go like this. Death Rattles trigger twice, but after you play one, it instantly dies. I'm going to put this out here in preparation of this. We will see how that pans out. Let's see. Let's tap. I don't normally like tapping. Do we slippery? I don't think we waste anymore. I think that's all we do, because I want to save this if he does get a strong card. Now, if he has the Dirty Rat and Dirty Rats me, I mean, I have 2 really key cards. Yep, there it is. There it is. Oh, so unfortunate for him. The Dirty Rat can destroy this deck very well, because if it would have took out either of my other cards, it would have made it very difficult. I could have probably survived without the Kil'jaeden. I would have then focused on more building the defense crystals up instead of the Yore, since it draws so many cards and I would run out of cards. The Exodar is huge, though, so to lose that would have been pretty devastating. So I'm happy that did not happen. Alrighty, there's my Wheel of Death. So, doesn't hurt. I mean, in this scenario, he doesn't have a lot of damage board pressure. Let's see here. I want to kill this, get this off the field. Just keep killing everything here. Yeah, I think I'm going to Wheel of Death now. Let's get this Wheel of Death started for him. Now he's going to try to apply the pressure. So I don't think I need to tap. I don't need any more cards realistically. I wiped out my deck, so I need to use Kil'jaeden next turn. Might have been a little early. because I did skip out on Eternal Layover. I skipped out on another table flip. So I did give up a couple cards. I could have probably, drew it out a little longer. He got my Yore. That's not good. Ideally, I didn't want him to get the Yore there. But I did have my 2 key cards. That's why I did it early. The Kil'jaeden. We're going to... Do I want to freeze this yet? I definitely want to kill this. There's no point of tapping yet because I'm just going to get a low... I mean, I guess it's not terrible. I think it'd actually be better just freezing so I don't take damage. The reason my thought is like I'd rather save those cards for when my portal is built up a little higher. Alright, so he's out of cards. I imagine he's going to do a Kil'jaeden. If I had to guess. No, he's going to wipe the field. Okay. That's fine. There's his Kil'jaeden. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I might have did it a little early. So now I got to see, can I survive? So I have 20 on my Starship. Which will definitely, it will do some burst there. So not terrible. Let's see. Okay, rush 10-10. Not bad. Yeah, let's actually rush it. This thing will survive by a little bit. We can tap. Set my health to 15. I'm already at 14, so I actually gained 1 life and it's taunt. Trying to hold off on using this as long as possible. Yeah, he's going to hit the life. Okay. Does he have more leeches to wipe this out? Let's see. Oh, no. He could easily just gold charge. Ooh, okay. Okay. Strong card. So he's going to draw. He's going to overdraw, but that's okay. Wipe my field. Yep, that's fine. That's not ideal. That's a strong card. Jeez. Okay, okay. We're getting close. I'm gonna have to use my guy here. So let's start this party. Can we survive by what? Three more turns? Yep, 3 more turns. So we're gonna armor up, give us what, a nice little 40 shot there. I'm just going to get this out on the field just to do a little bit of damage. Now the problem I have, so if he can just kill this, which if he has any of the poison he can, is I need to be able to activate the spell burst, which I do not have. Yep, there it is. That's so annoying. So frustrating. So without having that, that really is devastating. If I would have had a low, I can't use this because I didn't have a location out. If I would have had a way to be able to cast that, I would have healed up, pretty high. Frustrating. Can I survive? Alright, so I could do a health rush, but realistically I think my health only goes to 16, but it would kill the field. Or do I go a taunt? I could go, I mean, the dormant doesn't really help at this point. I think I rush. Yeah, I think I want to rush into this. Get a little bit of health, not much. Wipe this off. And there we go. And there we go. Just like that. Can he stop it? He's got to do 70 damage. Time is ticking. Woo! I did play it a little bit early, but I didn't think he could burst me. With having my 2 cards and he already used the dang dirty rats, I did get lucky on the 1 dirty rat, so I won't say much. But this deck, it's just so, it creates so much anxiety. You just see it ticking down, and you know you have nothing you can do. Come on, buddy. What you got? Quit stalling. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be enough. Oof. And then he didn't even go to health? Peace. Good game, buddy. What, your 80, 90 health did nothing for you. That is the power of this deck. It's all about just stalling the game out, and he had a heck of a lineup with a lot of his leeches and how everything played out. He had a heck of a starting game. So even with that, the Warlock, the Warlock dominates again. Wheel of Death, it was your turn. Until next time, though, game on.